We would also like to keep energizing them in our own motivational ways, directly targeted to their needs, maybe, if we could do that. We'd also like to find those who are the most dedicated to this lifestyle and empower them, because if we can do that for them, chances are they will most likely help others with our help. And lastly, supporting would be our last objective. We'd provide emotional support through motivation and a friendly ear to openly listen to whatever they had to say, and bring them together and see what they really need from each other and ultimately what they need from us. The strategy for Strong is the New Skinny. We would like to have the community become properly educated about dieting, weight loss, and exercise, and anything else they seek to learn. This would help meet the listening objective. We would like to have the community become excited about helping one another as well as themselves through motivational messages. This will help meet the energizing objective. To achieve an even stronger bond between community members and an understanding on a level equal to friendship. This will help meet the supporting objective. And lastly, we would ultimately like to have the community become more appealing towards the unhealthier surrounding communities, including Thinspo, Pro-Anna, and Pro-Mia. The tactics that we're going to use for the Strong is the New Skinny campaign include specific tactics for each platform. For Facebook, we would like to post at least once a day to gain awareness and keep interest among our followers. We would also connect to Instagram, so posts would integrate content. For Twitter, we would post at least twice a day to gain awareness. We would use hashtags to gain awareness and find potential leads for followers. We would also connect to Facebook and Instagram to integrate our content and help users become more aware of our presence on other social media platforms. We would follow specific users whom shared similar interests in order to make them aware of us, and we would follow and engage with key influencers to create awareness and use their large followings to our advantage. For Instagram, we would post at least once a day to keep interest and remain present in their news feeds. We would utilize hashtags to find potential followers. We would also follow specific users whom shared interests that are similar to ours in order to help make them aware of us, and also follow and engage with key influencers to create awareness. For WordPress, we would post at least twice a week to keep our content updated. We'd also utilize hashtags for organization of our own content, and we would post links to content through Facebook and Twitter in order to help integrate our own content and have new users become aware of our blog. The Strong is the New Skinny campaign would have one consistent theme of New Year, New You, but segmented with mini themes throughout other months. For December 2013, it is all about getting the facts on nutrition. This month would be dedicated to posts on education about proper nutrition and what your body truly needs, including explanations of what the nutritional labels actually mean, information from nutritionists, and superfoods to incorporate in your diet. For January 2014, the New Year, New You officially begins. It's basically common knowledge that January is when New Year's resolutions are typically created and are executed the strongest. This month will be about beginning to introduce exercises into daily life and how to target specific areas as preparations for hopefully continuing this journey throughout the 2014 year. And lastly, February 2014 themes is Don't Quit, Sticking with New Year's Resolutions. Once January passes, a lot of people have difficulties sticking with their New Year's resolutions, especially when it means living a healthy lifestyle, because some people don't exactly find it fun. But this month we'll be focusing on using motivational tools such as the ever popular quotes and photos, new fitness gear, and creative ways to exercise as part of sticking with it in the beginning and help building a better relationship with this healthy lifestyle. The typical Facebook posts will include all kinds of different content. The first you see here is a link to one of our blog posts, and just kind of incorporating fitness in a creative way to introduce them to our blog. Other posts that we have done for this campaign include an article by the Huffington Post on how to properly read a nutrition label. Another post was one that we connected to our Instagram. And you see hashtags. Nutrition facts was one of our popular ones for this campaign, and of course quotes, because everybody looks for quotes. And of course the image has something to do with nutrition. It is actually a quote by a nutritionist. Another one that we did was Superfood Friday, which incorporated a appreciation post for a specific superfood every Friday, and that one was about chia seeds, and we connected it to our blog and the post that we created on our blog. And then another Instagram post you see, we use the hashtag quotes. This one was positivity as another one. As for our Twitter posts, we connected it to Hootsuite so we could have constant content flowing throughout Twitter even if we weren't online. Two of the most popular hashtags that we created for this campaign included holiday eating tip, where all of the tweets with that hashtag were about tips on how to stay healthy and maintain your diet while going through this holiday season, which is one of the hardest times to keep a healthy diet because there are sweets and Christmas parties and luncheons, and it's very hard to keep up with sometimes. The other hashtag we used was nutrition facts, which was about our monthly theme about educating people on the proper facts of nutrition. So a couple of those tweets that we did were about serving size and reading the labels and seeing what the actual serving size is, or making sure that you look and see that less ingredients is actually more. Less ingredients in your nutrition label means there's less chance of artificial additives being in your food. And these are just examples of some of the ones that we've done. For our Instagram posts, here we have 6 of the most recent posts that we have done. All quotes, because those go over really well on Instagram, but all pertaining to our theme for the campaign. And our WordPress blog posts. A couple of them were on ways to exercise, best fitness apps, of course the superfood appreciation post on chia seeds that we just talked about, and holiday eating tips. The results that we found for this campaign, we're going to begin with WordPress. When looking at the results for WordPress, we had installed the Google Analytics for WordPress app. However, it states that there were 0 visits in the last 30 days, but that possibly cannot be true because the comments prove differently, as they are all dated within the last week or so. So that might be something wrong with the analytics, that might be something wrong on our part, but either way, it still wasn't enough engagement that as much as we had hoped. The results for Twitter. We ended with 17 followers and we were following 50. So if that ratio was reversed, it would be much more in our favor. Using Hootsuite Analytics, we found that nobody had clicked on any of our links, which is a little depressing, but it's okay because it was Twitter. But we did have 2 favorites and 2 retweets on a couple of the tweets that we did, but that was the most engagement that we did have. Those tweets that were retweeted and favorited are in the center. And then we had a bunch of new followers, which are all on the right. Still, 17 followers isn't a lot, but for the time that we had, it was more than expected. The results for Facebook were fairly well. We went up and down with likes, but all of our reach, we had a strong amount of reach, and all of it was organic. None of it was paid for, which says a lot for our part. Here is a bunch of our posts that we've done for the campaign, starting on December 2nd. We had a generous amount of engagement considering how many people we had following us, but at most it was 1 or 2 likes on a picture or a post. But a lot of people did see what we were posting and they clicked, which was good. So see, 8 people clicked on the picture of body appreciation of the Instagram photo, and another 4 people clicked on the nutrition facts. So there was an interest, but it wasn't enough for them to like it, which is something that we will have to work on in the future. Other results for Facebook include that 73% of our fans were women, and of those 73%, 41% of them were in the 18 to 24 age range, and another 12% were in the 25 to 34 age range, which is just about what we targeted, so which was good. 27% of our fans were male, and of that, 12% were 18 to 24, and 7% were in the 25 to 34 age range, and the other age ranges had very minimal amounts of people representing. But we were scattered with where they were located. A lot of it is in the New England area, obviously, because I am from New England. We did have somebody from Australia and someone else from Las Vegas. The results for Instagram, out of the 26 posts we had, we gained 14 followers, and we were only following 3 people, which was good. We had consistent likes for every single post and new followers almost daily. We had, here's a couple of the posts that received likes, so 2 likes on the fitness post, 1 like on body appreciation, and 3 likes with the why be negative when you can be positive, and another like for the nutrition facts post. As for the analysis, what we found worked best was the images on Instagram fared the best as compared to anywhere else. As we had said before, the Fitspo community is an image-heavy community, and Instagram is an app made for images, so it was a perfect fit. Actually, Instagram as a platform as a whole gained the most followers and continued to grow over time. Even without us trying to follow other people, they came directly to us. What didn't work for us was WordPress. There was no traffic or interest for it to be a blog. Also, it's too complicated. It's not user-friendly, and it's not as easy as other social media platforms, which is why some people didn't flock to it. The surprises that we found was that Twitter didn't uphold as well as we had expected, and none of the links were clicked on Twitter either. But Facebook worked better than we expected for followers too, especially when the Fitspo community isn't really present on Facebook. And we also assumed that the hashtags were going to work, but not as well as we expected, and that goes for on all platforms. So in conclusion, for the campaign summary, we made a great effort to begin and have relevant ideas that the community would appreciate, but the time of the year makes it difficult to gain attention from followers, especially new followers. And we definitely need to stick with this community and give another attempt to making it successful. And there's so many reasons why we should continue this, especially because fitness is becoming one of the most popular and trending communities out there, and January is prime time for beginning and continuing this campaign, especially because of New Year's resolutions toward leading healthy lifestyles. So people will be looking for us because they will need motivation as they are just starting out, where we will already have all of the information. We already know about the community. We generally know what they are looking for. It's about us getting out there just in time for them to come and find us. The changes that we would make would be publicizing our WordPress blog more, so more people would find it, and also making it easier to use, making more connections with users who are following us across all platforms, making more connections and interactions with key influencers so we can utilize their large following to help get our foot in the door, and posting more frequently. We definitely hope that you continue utilizing Strong is the New Skinny as a community, and we can't wait to see where this campaign will lead you. Thank you.